Hey guys, good morning, creator mom. I have some thoughts that are brewing a little bit this morning. So I was thinking um, about being like people being abusive towards children, and and I just want to say this is not like a video excusing any type of like abuse or harshness towards children. Um, but I was just thinking that. And I'm not talking about cases of abuse that are like, I don't know, like rape and shit like that. Talking about like, I don't know, maybe people just getting triggered and like yelling at their kids or, making their kids feel like not good enough. It's just like, I was thinking that like I feel as though the system, our operating system, right? Like computers, like our world operating system, might be conducive towards this behavior because. So if you think about it, like the pressure to perform that's put on all of us, that's put on children, especially because they have to. It's not even just that they have to go to school and learn how to read and write. They have to go to school. Not only do they have to go to school, they have to perform adequately in order to continue to pass from grade to grade to grade. And that is a lot of fear, and that is a lot of pressure for a child to be under. And also for parents as well, because if your child doesn't pass, well, that's on you. And so I could imagine when parents are at home with their children and their children are not performing well in school with their grades and they're not getting their homework, that it might lead to some really outburst of anger and frustration by parents because of the fear that their child isn't going to pass, their child isn't doing good enough. Yeah, I think that could lead to anger. I think that could lead to some anger. And again, this is not an excuse for parents to act out in anger towards their children. Because, hey, they might act out in anger and then be like, shit, I am so sorry. Like, I should not have acted like that towards you. Because the parent, after self-reflection, might realize, like, wow, I'm acting this way because of this outer pressure that I feel to meet these requirements. So who is laying the burdens on us? Well, it's the government. it's government-led regulations that we are carrying and holding with us to perform. Because if you think about it, I mean, if that pressure was removed, like, your child can learn how to read whenever they do, like however they can. There's no grading system. Why should children even be graded? You know what I mean? Like living under this intense scrutiny every day of your life, of your work being graded and constantly needing to goddamn perform every single day. You got to perform well with your behavior. You got to perform well with your education, your supposed education, right? Like, we've put all of these things in this box. And maybe some people and some children are ready to burst out of that box. They're ready to explode out of it. Maybe, that could be a reason for all this, for a lot of anger and rage. Because if you think about it, if the pressure was taken away, would people still have the same reactions? Would people still be so hard on their children? No. But, you can't be too relaxed, right? We're afraid to be too relaxed either. Because if we're too relaxed, oh my God, the kids aren't going to learn what they need to learn. Oh my God, how are they ever going to survive? It's, so I think from people carrying, even children carrying all these burdens and shit, and they're gonna act out. They're gonna act out, of course, because they can only take so much, and then boom, they can only take so much pressure. People can only take so much pressure. It's like the system of schooling is like a it's like, let's see who can withstand the fire. I went through it. I did it. Right? You just kind of make it through. You make it through, you suffer through, you just do it. You have no other choice. Can't fail, because then, God forbid, you got to perform for your parents too. You got to perform for the school, you got to perform for your parents, because of course they're going to be angry with you if you don't pass school either, and you're going to be angry with yourself that you didn't perform well enough. It's all like performance based, and things that tend to be performance based can lead to people having outbursts of anger and rage, because essentially it's legalism. Legalism leads to more of these types of behaviors, right? The Spirit brings life. Flow brings life, but children are not allowed to flow because they have to go with the schedule that is already laid out for them. They're not allowed to engage in flow. Essentially, they're whipped like horses. I mean, essentially, they're whipped like horses. You gotta perform. It's just really hitting me now. Like, you gotta get good grades. It's insanity, really. But then people may say, well, like, that teaches us how to perform for our jobs. I don't know, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. We can still perform well out of flow as well. So, but yeah. All that pressure, I guess what I'm saying, what I'm picturing in my mind is that parents yelling at their kids, saying, you gotta pass this. We gotta do this, or else, like, what? Or else what? We'll be in trouble, right? We'll be in trouble. By who? We'll be in trouble by the government. The government will be looking, you will not be accepted in society if you cannot pass. You just can't move forward. It's like a rite of passage, I guess every culture has rites of passage or whatever. And that's not to say that kids shouldn't have to do hard things and parents shouldn't have to do hard things or hard, but it's just, I don't know, it's different than that. We're putting people and families on a rigorous treadmill and telling them, you must perform to my standards. So it kind of can put a wedge between families. It puts a wedge between parents and children, because there's always that stinking third party lurking. Gotta do what we say. You gotta perform how we say. And we're gonna drive a wedge between you and your child. Because of that. All right. I think that's about all I wanted to say.